Yes. Come on. Got a great show for you tonight. You got to tune in, huh? You don't want to miss none of this. I got Dr. Linda Humes here, okay? Huh? Yaffa Productions. Lecturer, John J. Doctoral lecturer, John J. But she's very interesting, and she's going to fill you in on a lot of stuff, a lot of information that it brings forward. And let's show a picture of her before we bring her out. And also, I wanted to give her her propers in regards to, this is under the ticker tape. This is she's currently a doctoral lecturer in the Africana Studies Department at John Jay College in New York City. Her area of research is African American storytelling and culturally responsive education. Okay? She is the chair of the Education Committee for the National Association of Black Storytellers. Huh? And Dr. Humes is also the founder of Yaffa Cultural Arts, Inc. And she'll get into that. She'll break down everything. And as I said, she's not only, domestically doing her thing here and spreading love and insightfulness and positivity. She's also international on a universal scale. And she'll break all that down to you as well. And it's a pleasure to have her here. She's family for sure, but she's an interesting heavy cat, and that's without a doubt. And let's see who hey Karen. I got Karen Bowden in the house right now. Karen is our resident from Minneapolis. She put Aaron Rodgers on us. Now he's over in Pittsburgh. But really, that wasn't your fault because Aaron still got some juice, and it's like that. But Karen's in the house. God bless you. Welcome, Karen. And you're going to enjoy Linda. We got Linda for the first half of the show. Then we have the Almighty Force Brothers, as you know. But Linda, I have a reel that I had ran by her. I had put it together kind of last minute, if you will. And hey, it's Fat Baby. Lisa Fat Baby is a comedian. She signed to worldwide label with Lisa Marie as the VP over there. But she's funny. Lisa Fat Baby, let me give her props. Her real name is Lisa Fat Baby Nixon, but they call her her nickname, what she goes on stage by is Fat Baby. And I enjoyed having her. I still have a clip of hers that I might play later on in the show. But what's up, Fat Baby? What's up, Karen? No doubt. Welcome to the show. And we got Dr. Hazel, Dr. H. Humes in the house. And I'm going to put up some of her credits before I bring her out. She's currently doctoral. Here we go. Before I introduce her to the audience. And I'm thinking, should I play that clip first or get into it with her and then play the little clip, let it roll, and she'll do the interview. But I'm going to bring her on now. Dr. Humes, huh? Let's welcome to the show. Without further ado. Come on, Dr. Humes. Where are you, man? There she is. Let me take some of this off to see your beautiful face. Welcome.
Thank you for having me, George Mason.
Always. Yes. You look beautiful tonight.
Thank you so much. And you look very handsome.
Radiant. God bless you. Stop it. Stop that. You know what? I was looking right with the before I run that clip, before I play the clip, with everything else, because I know you travel. You just got back from California. You're all. When do you sleep?
I get my sleep in. I get my sleep in. I got to get my sleep in. I don't know if I do a full 8 hours, but I definitely get between 6 and 7.
You said you were in Sacramento?
Yes, I was in Sacramento, California for a Black Institute conference that was totally amazing. Um uh, the one and only Gloria Ladson Billings was the keynote, who coined the term culturally relevant education. She's like the GOAT of culturally relevant and cultural responsive education. She's just all through my writings. And I was just so thrilled to meet her, to be able to spend some time with her. And the conference was just absolutely amazing. We got the opportunity to see Black owned, Black operated, and uh, some practically funded Black schools that are just doing the thing. They're just doing it, absolutely doing it, just amazing. Because we know how to
So
educate our children. We just have to be able to have the freedom to do it.
yeah, and I know I looked one time at your blogs and stuff and your profile, and you were and what part of Africa were you in?
Okay, so this past summer, I had the opportunity to go to Brazzaville, Congo, with one of my dance teachers, Andosh Lubaki, who's a wonderful musician, choreographer, and dancer. And, he has a local company. And every couple of years, he does a trip to Brazzaville, Congo. And so I was able to go with and see Brazzaville, which is absolutely amazing. I just crossed the river is the Congo, and
Okay.
he did a show there. He produced a show there where, with the dancers from the company there. And so what's so exciting is that we are collaborating with his company, Yaffa Cultural Arts and Story Power LLC, to produce a concert on June 29th of traditional dances from the Congo at the Symphony Space in Manhattan. And it will be a culminating event of a weekend full of intense uh, Congolese culture, where we are bringing in Tito Sampe, who is, one of the elders, of the culture from New Orleans. We have all of these wonderful dancers coming in from Paris. And so Friday night, there's going to be dance classes. And then all day Saturday, there's going to be different dance and drumming classes. And then in the evening will be an Congolese indigenous restorative justice circle called the Mbungi. So it's
Hmm.
like a whole weekend,
Wow.
and culminating in the concert at Symphony Space. So in Brazzaville, it was just amazing. And we just had the Met Gala, and then
How
the
much
Met
time did
now.
you spend there? How
About
much
three
time did you
weeks.
spend there? 3 weeks. Wow.
About 3 weeks. Mhm.
Yeah. And what's the time difference? It's like 12 hours, something like that.
Oh
16
boy,
hours.
I don't remember now, but it's a big time difference. It is. But I don't remember right now the time difference. But
Hmm.
I don't know whether they're like 8 hours or whatever, but it is a big time difference.
And I'm going to show you a reel. Yaffa. First of all, Dr. Humes she's a doctoral lecturer in Africana Studies Department, as I had stated before, and she also is the founder of Yaffa Cultural Arts Inc. Break that down. Tell the audience what Yaffa is about, and then what your work is on the education side. You're an
Mhm,
educator as well,
mhm.
so you have the floor.
Yeah, okay. So I definitely answered that. I was going to say that in Brazzaville, which was also interesting, is that we had the opportunity to see
You're
the
also a
dandy.
storyteller. You're also
Of
a master storyteller as well. I didn't want to cut
so
you off, but I wanted to make that clear. I
yeah,
wanted to point that
but
out.
so we saw the dandies, and that's what I was referring to, like with the Met Gala, and then the exhibit that they
Hmm.
have at the Met about black male fashion. So I had the opportunity to see that in real time with the dandies. It was not just men, but the women, but that plays into the storytelling because I also went there to look at the folklore, and it ties into my work at John Jay because we many times we do not talk about the African indigenous restorative justice practices. We talk about the indigenous people of this landmass, the Native Americans, and a lot of what we do with restorative justice here is based on the practices of the natives, mainly from Canada, actually. However, there are many different practices around the continent. So in Brazzaville and in Congo, well, in the Brazzaville, they call it an Mbongi circle, which is a circle where they tell the stories, but it's also a place where you get the wisdom, and it's also a place in the villages where they would deal with conflict resolution, right? So this was something powerful for me to see, and then I was able to get a traditional story. So I wrote a story based on the traditional story that I learned when I was in Brazzaville, a folk tale. So, that's to come, but it's written. But Yaffa, so basically, Yaffa Cultural Arts Inc. next year, 2026, will be celebrating 35 years of service to the New York City
Wow.
area.
Wow.
And
Congratulations. Oh,
listen, only God, right? Only God, and you've been there through the whole thing. And, you're my brother from another mother,
yeah,
of course, and Eddie Prather, and
that's a fact.
whatnot. But
That's a fact.
we will be having a gala. But we're arts and education organization that does work in schools. So we do comprehensive work in schools. We do professional development workshops with teachers and staff. We do parent engagement programs and workshops. And then we do direct services to students. We do workshops in many different disciplines. And we have different initiatives. So we have Healing Through the Arts
Hmm.
initiative, which deals with using the arts to deal with life skills and different issues and social challenges that we might have, right? So that's a whole piece. Then we do a lot of work with uh, children and parents of children who have special abilities. So whether they're autistic or
Okay.
they have special abilities, so that comes under
Special
that category.
needs.
Yeah. And then we
What I
have
want to do now, go ahead. I was going to say I wanted to
we have
show your
the early
reel, your
childhood
year in review.
initiative and a social
Hmm.
justice component, and then we do public events as well. And we work with
Okay.
community-based and cultural institutions.
Beautiful. You cover a whole spectrum, a lot as
Mhm.
well. As your post at John Jay. As you said, it ties in. But what I wanted
Mhm.
to do before we go any further, and I know you have an event coming up on the 29th. You'll talk about. I have some information on that, but I wanted to show this little reel that I put
Mhm.
together, and it's
Mhm.
low. The volume is very low, as I told you before. I was trying to get it high or whatever, but it's a brief you know um review as far as the what you did, Yaffa for 2024. And here it is. Yes, good evening. This is George Mason from the George Mason Show. And right now, yes, good evening. This is George Mason from the George Mason Show. And yes, good evening. This is George Mason from the George Mason Show. And right now, what I'm going to show you and bring to you is this is Yaffa's Year in Review of 2024. And this is Yaffa Cultural Arts Inc. And you have your founder there, Dr. Humes, reading from our founder, Dr. Humes. Very beautiful smile, very warm and endearing. And this is the real here. Okay. And is a staff and crew. And I don't know if they're at an event or leaving an event or finished an event. But Dr. Humes let us know what that's all about. I see Sangha of the Valley there, a master percussionist trained under Oba Babatunde, doing their thing, putting on a show. Harlem is, she'll break down what that is, naming the Lost Memorial, and just many beautiful spiritual programs, workshops and such. And Yaf is not only a domestic program as well. They international. Dr. Humes just got back from Africa, and she'll let you know what part of Africa she was in. And I know she went to the Dominican Republic. I think Dubai. I'm not certain of exactly everywhere, but doctors, I say she's here, and she'll let you know, and she'll let me know as well. I see Eagle Academy for Young Men of Southeast Queens, District 29. Parent workshops and Sunday music program. There's Sangha of the Valley there. As I said, master percussionist here. Yeah. We have CSD number 75, Paint and Tea Parent Workshop. We have a winter celebration. I'm interested to know what that is. And brothers and sisters, smiling, very spiritual, as I said, very uplifting, cultural. Uh, Yaffa Year in Review 2024. It covered a lot of ground, and but she stays busy and bringing you some very positive programs. IS 217 School of Performing Arts Residency in District 12. Yaffa goes to NOLA. Interested to know what that is. Collaborations and partnerships. And we keep it moving. Symphony Space. Interesting stuff. Mm. Teaching Artist Workshop at Symphony Space. New York Philharmonic.org. Mm. Beautiful. I see there, what is that, hip hop? Huh? A t shirt? Yeah, Sheila, Dr. Humes would break that down. We're big into hip hop here. I mean, real hip hop. Black Influencers United Gala. Influencers. Interesting. Yes. Beautiful picture, Dr. Humes. Beautiful year in review. The night Asansi stole Kwanzaa. Annecy. I'm not certain of how to pronounce that name. Dr. Humes, as I say, she's here. She'll clean all that up. She'll clear it up. By Dr. Linda H. Humes. This is a story. She's a man, and Dr. Humes is also a master storyteller herself in her own right. She does her thing, with the written word, and she's also a doctoral educator at John Jay. My Right to Heal. It's another book by Dr. Humes. I'm not sure if it's a story that she's telling or if it's a book, a short play. I'm not sure. That's why she's here. She'll clear all that up and let it be known. My Right to Heal by Dr. Linda H. Humes. And also, she says, follows us on social media. She has GoFundMe, okay, at www.gofundme.com/f/support dash Yaffa dash cultural dash arts dash mission. Okay, you're looking at it, you see it there, GoFundMe. I'll let that resonate and sink in before we move on and wrap it up. Thank you to our funders, New York City NYC Cultural Affairs. Dr. Humes will tell us where Yaffa is based out of. Uh, Based out of New York, I do know that, but Dr. Humes, she'll let us know. Thanks to our elected officials. We look forward to working with you in 2025. The graphics and the artwork on here is just absolutely beautiful. And we close it out. There's the staff, they're doing their thing. We have Claude J. I see in the red hoodie, the black sweatshirt there. Sunga, the other artists and staff. Dr. Humes let us know. And that concludes the Yaffa Year in Review of 2020. Yes. Yes, good evening. This is George Mason. Yes, good evening. This is George Mason from the George Mason. Like I had mentioned, the piece was low. The audio was very, very low, but the whole review was those books that you had written. Uh, My Right to Heal.
Yes, so My Right to Heal is a life skills journal. It has original artwork by 8 different visual artists. It was curated by a wonderful artist and artist educator, a dear friend, Claire Purnell. And then it has like 50 different multicultural quotations, and every page deals with a part of life that can make your life better. So whether it's gratitude, parenting, grief, having a positive mindset. And so it has a caption about it, a writing prompt. So it's a journal. So it came out of requests from some of our clients after COVID that were having really a lot of challenges with staff and parents around everything that we know that we all survived from COVID. And so when we went virtual in doing professional development and parent workshops, then we said, well, why don't we put together a journal, because journaling, we were already doing workshops on journaling, because I've been journaling since I'm 13 years old. So I knew the healing value of journaling. And so I said, well, let me just put everything that I know about journaling and about spiritual development and life skills in one book. So it's a beautiful journal, and anyone could get it. It's for sale on our website. And The Night Anansi Stole Kwanzaa is my children's book.
Okay.
Anansi, as you know, is that little
the name. I was stumbling over that.
Mm-hmm.
I was stumbling over it's Anansi. Say that, pronounce that again.
Anansi. Anansi is a mischievous spider. He's a trickster spider from Ghana, West Africa. And the scholar Dan says that he was the only undocumented voyager on the slave ships, because you can find Anansi stories in Jamaica, West Indies. You could find them in Trinidad, or through the African diaspora, and then of course we tell Anansi tales here. But then here, we started having Brer Rabbit stories, But Anansi, the people, in Ghana loved Anansi so much that the Ashanti people, they called storytelling time Anansi Sem. So
Nancy
this
said,
is
wow.
like a little, fun children's book about Kwanzaa and what would happen if Anansi started doing some trickery during Kwanzaa time. And
Wow.
what's
Okay.
wonderful is the book itself is a demonstration of Pan African theory, because both the illustrators on the book and my editor, curator, or whatever are from Trinidad. Tobago. So it's
Okay.
real, we have Trinidad African American doing a Nancy storybook.
So all of
And
this,
that also can be purchased online. That's the first workbook on Kwanzaa that we did with the CD and won the 1999 Parents Choice Award. But that CD is also available online on a website.
um, can it be purchased on Amazon as well, or
No, we haven't put it on Amazon yet. So
okay?
but everything can be purchased on our website.
Karen says she thought you said something else. We got Chucky Chuck in the house. Chuck is we got an affair on the 28th, Linda, of which is Saturday. Let me show you the flyer. And it's an old school hip hop, and you have an affiliation with old school as well. You were telling me with the 50 years of hip hop. Uh, what's that brother you said that Pastor? What's his name again? You said that maybe
Okay.
I,
So
the second half of
so
the show, I have you and Mighty Force
so
brothers. What's his
we
name?
do public events also. And so, of course, with the 50 years of celebrating hip hop, we did a 50-year celebration of hip hop at the Sugar Hill Museum in Harlem. And it was a wonderful, wonderful event, which it was called From the Jelly to Jay-Z, celebrating 50 years of hip hop, because what we wanted people to understand, a jelly is another word for the West African storyteller, that this idea of spoken word and rhythm started in Africa and
Spoken
then
word, right?
expanded to what we now know as hip hop, right? So, we had Baba Susu on the kora, which is a traditional instrument that many of the traditional West African storytellers use to play the music and tell the stories. Of course, we had Sangha of the Valley open up with drum call, and then we had many spoken word artists that performed. Shadina Davis, who won Showtime at the Apollo a few times. Messiah Ramsey Kuhn, who also is a Apollo winner. The one and only Abiodun Oyewole from The Last Poets. And then we had a panel to discuss where we are now. We also had the legendary choreographer Robin Dunn, who is held on to the choreography, and also one of the other real legends in dance and breakdancing. And so they did a panel, looking at how it was being at the very beginning of hip hop and where it is now. But I have a personal hip hop story, because my cousin Robert Ford Jr. and at that time his partner JB Moore, he was the first music critic for Billboard magazine, and he and JB Moore,
Okay.
they wrote These Are the Breaks, Curtis Blow. That was in the very, very beginning, for Russell Simmons, and so he also they also collaborated on Will Smith's basketball, and Christmas rapping and all. So, he was really there in the very, very beginning of hip hop. And we lost him during COVID. And then most recently, we lost J.B. Moore. But we were able to give him, his wife, Linda Ford, we were able to give her, um, a proclamation, a citation. I think Mayor Eric Adams gave him a proclamation. Claire Cordell, Al Taylor. I mean, at least 3 or 4 different elected officials had, proclamations and citations that we were able to present to her that night with Russell Targove from Request Music, who was, again, one of Robert Ford Jr.'s mentees, and we worked together for years. And so we were able to give that to her. And then we were also able to give these proclamations to J.B. Moore before he passed. So that was like our personal, a family connection, to the beginnings of hip hop. And then last year we were able to do the first art show for Abiodun Oyewole from the Last Poets, because of course, most people who know about the Black arts movement, of the late '60s, they know about the Last Poets speaking truth to power, and
Oh
um,
yeah.
and so just doing that. And then again, around COVID, Abiodun and I were hanging out, having fun. I said, let's do a paint and sip. And he just fell in love with painting. And then a friend of his came by and, just interesting enough, had an easel in her car and different things. It was just divine. And the next thing you know, he had over 40 paintings. And so we were able to have Ajimola, the legendary visual artist and curator, helped to curate the art show. And then I had the most magnificent, well, I have the most magnificent team ever. So, Craig Hunter and Masani Davis and the whole team, they put together this incredible art show at the Hamilton Gallery, which is a wonderful gallery, intimate, beautiful gallery
Where's that located
in
at?
Harlem,
Where's the
in
Hamilton at?
in Harlem, in Sugar
Hmm.
Hill. So Kim Hamilton,
Okay.
Kim Hamilton is the owner of it, and she just loves the arts and the community. And so we had an opening night, with a piano playing by wonderful pianist Ifasheo. Sangha opened up the event with a drum call, and then the art stayed up for a few days. And then the last day, Danny Simmons came through, a few different TV producers came through, just a lot of people. Our councilman, my councilman, Councilman Salam, came in from the Exonerated Five, came through, many others, came through to support Brother Dune. And he sold some paintings, and we're still selling some paintings. So if anyone is interested in getting a beautiful, colorful art piece from a legend, they can absolutely contact us at Yaffa, and get one of his pieces. So
Well, tell them where, and tell them how they can do that in regards to
yeah, so I don't
what
know.
the Yaffas.
Can I put in the chat here? Can I write here? Yeah. So
You should be able
I'm
to.
gonna
Yeah.
just put the
You s-
Yaffa Cultural Arts uh,
and
.org.
and while you're
That's
doing
our
that, I'm going to say,
website.
Chucky Chuck, what's up?
You see, so
Yeah, put
yeah,
that up.
that's our
Hello,
website.
Lisa Marie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
Yeah, so people can, reach us there if they're interested in going to the concert on June 29th. They can just go online and get tickets at Symphony Space, and the tickets are very reasonable. They're $22 in advance and I think it's $27 at the door. It's 4 o'clock. So for those who go to Sunday, you can still go and praise the Lord and come and hear some drums and see some incredible Congolese dancing on June 29th.
So this is this it right here?
Yes, that's the information right there. And they can buy
Symphony Space. That's on
95th and Broadway in Manhattan.
You say it's 20.
90.
You say it's $22 in advance.
Mm-hmm.
Right, $22 in advance, $27 at the door. It's 4 p.m. That it starts. Doesn't say when it ends. June 29th, Symphony Space. That's 2537 Broadway in New York. What street is that?
95th.
95th. Okay, all right. McHale's used to be over there, right?
On Amsterdam.
Back in the day, is McHale
Amsterdam?
Yeah.
Oh, she says there's
on
nothing
Amsterdam,
in the
right.
chat. So, you know what? I think it's because it's on private. But if you see it, maybe you can type
it's private,
it.
right?
But if you
I'll
see
put
it,
it up.
then you can make it public. Yeah, because Karen said there's nothing in the chat. Thanks for letting us know, Karen.
Karen gave us, Karen gave us Aaron Rodgers. She's out in Minnesota. She's out there. It's brick ass cold out there, so we excuse that. But you know what? Like I said, we got Chucky Chuck, and you should bring Yaffa to Queens. I want to show you. This is my guest coming on after you, the Almighty Force Brothers. They have a show as well that they do on Thursday night. They call Thursdays Friday Eve. Huh? What a title. But the AMF show, very good, very progressive. You would love it. There is come to Queens and Chucky Chuck as well. I got Lisa Marie in the house. Lisa Marie Worldwide Records. Okay. And she says, "You're welcome." Wisconsin. What did I say? Minnesota. It's the same shit to me. Karen is family, so she knows where I'm coming from. Nothing in the chat. I hear it. But yeah, hello, Lisa. Worldwide. That's what's up. So you got at Symphony Hall on the 29th. And what else do you want to put out there, Dr. Humes? What's good, baby?
Listen,
AMF
just go to the website. Mm-hmm. Yes, you can get all the information on us on our website. If you are you have a education or a cultural institution, you want programming, you could reach out to us. If you want some products, you can reach out to us on the website. If you're interested in some artwork, you could reach out to us on the website. I also just urge everyone during this season to be encouraged, to understand that, we as a people have been in more dire straits and have not only survived them, that we have come through them and lived through them and prospered through them, and we'll do the same now. But we have to, as the young people say, keep our head on a swivel and not to get caught up into a fear narrative, but in a asset mentality, and know who we are and whose we are, and that we are, and that our joy is our strength, and to use those strategies that our ancestors used to stay together, stay together in community, to take care of ourselves, that personal care piece. And, it's like what you're doing, George, having this platform where, people, it's positivity. People can be encouraged by seeing the different people that you have on your show, or they can laugh, because laughing is healing, and then be able to do it another day,
Yes. Preach, sister. And Steve, you also on the religious side, on the spiritual side of it, um, what do you do in the church as well?
Oh, I'm,
I
I'm
know
Deacon Dr. Linda
we didn't talk
Hughes.
about that.
Yes, I'm a deacon at my church, which is Memorial Baptist Church of Harlem. My pastor is the Reverend Dr. Renee Francis Washington Gardner. We are on 115th Street, between like St. Nicholas and Lenox. And, it's important to, to have some kind of faith, and some kind of community, to be able to, uh, be of service and to be there, like the Bible says, mourn with those who are mourning, uh, rejoice with those who rejoice. I'm paraphrasing now, but to have, a church family is very, very important, or some kind of, a family. It doesn't have to be blood, or but that can come together, and pray for each other and be there for each other and stay up under a covering.
No doubt. And you make a mean salmon and oxtails too.
Oh God.
No joke. Yeah, that's facts. But it's you could actually open up a kitchen tomorrow
Oh
if you
my goodness.
chose to, if you wanted to go that route.
But listen,
Yeah,
listen, I
you got
came
skill.
from, a mom that would that threw down. My grandmother was a cook, and she would, cook for certain families. If you get my drift, I had uncles who cooked on boats, and it's on both sides of the family. I had some serious people who throw down. And before the play, Plantanos and Collard Greens, that's how I grew up. I had aunties from Ponce and Guayama, Puerto Rico. So it was nothing for us to, have those that arroz con pollo and
I know.
salad and collard greens. So we kind of grew up with all of that. My
Well,
godmother
you
would
did
cook
that
tornadoes.
with the
Yeah,
plantains,
yeah, the plantain.
but then you hooked up you did the pasteles.
Yes,
I was
pastillas.
like,
But
whoa,
I can't. I don't make pastillas
yeah. I
from
mean,
scratch. I'm just part of the a line. If I visit my cousins or my aunt, God bless her, when she was alive, if I was around, I would just be part of the line, But my cousin, she does it. She puts people to work and she does it from scratch. But I go somewhere, I'm not too far from Spanish Harlem, so I got my place that I go and I get my pastelas. But I can't take credit for that. I just take credit
yeah,
for buying
pastela,
them. But to make them from
but they're
scratch,
authentic though.
no.
But they're really
Yeah,
good though.
they
I
are.
mean,
They
Linda does like every during the season through the holidays and Christmas, and she has some family and friends that get together, and she cooks and the appetizer. I don't know if those are appetizers. You put them out there as appetizers. The shrimps and it's just incredible. It's just a whole festive. We get together and when I can make it,
yeah,
Eddie, when Eddie's in town, how we get down, we
yeah,
travel, but it's good like that. But yeah,
yeah,
Dr. Humes is also, she's can do it in the kitchen as well. Culinary. Gordon, what's his name? Gordon, what's that? The chef. Gordon, is that Park?
Oh, I think
You
he's
know
over.
who I'm talking
Oh,
about.
isn't he a photographer?
Gordon Ramsay. Gordon
Oh,
Ramsay. Yeah.
okay. Oh, well, that you put me way
Yeah.
high up there.
Nah,
I'll
but
hold
you
my
up there.
own.
That
I think we all
that
have our
salmon.
specialties.
I went and brought salmon after that.
Huh?
You see what Karen said. Karen said oxtails is good. She said, but at $16 a pound, really?
But
Is it that
But
expensive?
listen, sis, that is just kind of what I was saying, how, things can, that, our ancestors ate that. And then that's another thing too, that comes from the African diaspora, because, they eat oxtails in Dominican Republic, they eat oxtails in Jamaica, and et cetera, right? But that was like, oh, we don't want that part of the meat. We just throw it. And look what we do. We turn those scraps around and make it taste delicious, and now it's a delicacy. And to your point, now they are expensive, so it's just
But you know
That's
what,
how.
Karen? Let's see, Karen is white. She's a white lady out in Wisconsin.
Mhm.
So Eddie OJ, he's from the Clientele Brothers, another hip hop legend group. He said, "Man, you don't know nothing about no oxtail. We kid her or
Uh,
whatever, but she's cool. She's got a rap artist, Sedan the Goddess
yeah.
sound, so
But
she's
they have the
down."
soul food restaurants
Karen gets
now,
invited
and
to
they
the
are expensive. Like, to Karen's point, if you go buy it in the butcher, it's expensive. But then if you go to the restaurants too, you're gonna pay for it. So it's unbelievable, but that's how it is. But it's time for us to capitalize on the things. But everything, look at our style, everything. First it was this, that, and the third, and then now, oh, okay, everybody, even the way we speak, everybody's saying bro, or everybody's doing, we've always been the compass, the moral compass of America. And we not only of the
true.
was that, but we also start the trends, start the trends. Now the trends are part of pop culture, or part of world. Like, if you look at hip hop worldwide, that's serious. I mean, Snoop Doggy Dogg had them doing the Crip Walk in Paris. I mean, come on. I
I
mean,
know. Yeah,
look,
listen. We got look at Serena Williams at the Super
exactly.
Bowl. She's doing the crip
Exactly. And
walk.
then they gave her so much fever when she did it years ago. But now, they say, okay, they give her props, but they tried to, give her fever for just being authentically Black,
No
you
doubt.
know.
And tell them who your son
Mm-mm.
uh
I'm on an
is
NDA. I'm on
associated with
an NDA. he, he put me on one. They got him
but he's
on
with
one, and I got on one. So that's between me and Uncle George. I cannot say that.
okay.
No, 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 no. I can't.
You can't go
No, I
there?
can't. He
You
has
can't
me
go
under
there?
an
Okay.
NDA. But that's what you call it, right? An NDA or whatever. But what I will say,
With the
yes,
non-disclosure?
but what I will say is that my
No,
son is
but I'm
doing
saying
very,
you
very
can just
well
say
in
there's
the
association,
entertainment business.
right?
Thank God. Thank God. Thank
Okay.
God. Thank God.
Where's he at now? Where's he
Um,
at now?
I have to think about it. I think he's
Is he
been
in France?
no,
Is he in
no, no,
Paris?
no. I think he's back. I think he's in Atlanta today.
Well, we can just say safely he works with on the same team as a famous
Mm-mm,
rapper from
mm-mm,
Atlanta. Can't mention the name.
mm-mm,
Okay, but it's all good
mm-mm.
like that. But yeah, and but we got some incredible artists here tonight. Like I said, let me show you their flyer, Linda, Dr. Humes, and yeah, here we go. We got they're called the Almighty Force Brothers, and this is their show. They'll be on tomorrow night, and it's called that's your stuff there. That's the AMF show,
Oh,
Legends Edition. Yeah, yeah. And they're based out. If you can come out, maybe they'll set something up, or you can come on and do the interview there in person, that kind of thing. And like I said, we have our show, our big show on the 28th, the day before your show, and this called the Platform, and we do it at Springfield Park.
ah,
Yeah,
oh, that's a big
and these are
event. Yes, I
artists.
see.
It's a big event.
And you're
It's a big
co-hosting,
event.
George. You're co-hosting.
I'm co-hosting with
Uh
Van
huh.
Silk. Van Silk is from the Bronx. He's from Uptown.
Oh,
He's from the Patterson houses in the Bronx.
okay.
He used to go with the original Pepper. I think the
Oh,
Pepper for
okay.
Salt and Pepper. When she lived up in the projects behind Eddie, that
Oh, okay.
building, where Eddie was at
Mhm.
1133. Yeah, in those projects back there. Yeah. So he's down. And Van Silk is an amazing guy, man. We call him the true Saurian because he was there. He was running with Melly Mel and those cats. He was in that movie. What was the name with the what was that? The Police Academy
Uh-huh,
movies?
uh-huh.
I think the first one. Yeah. Yeah, Van Silk is he's deep. So I'm co-hosting it with
Beautiful.
him. We got Lady Wrath, Chaz, Sedan, the God of Sound, the Almighty Force Brothers that are coming on next. I'm gonna bring them on while you're here to meet them at a formal introduction, and then you guys can parlay and network it that way. And because you know your hip hop as well, like I say, and you used to rap back in the day. What was the name you went by? It was Lady Linda. What was that?
Oh,
What was your
he's
name? What was
kidding
your rap
now.
name?
He's making jokes. Oh, all I
But
did
it's
was
so good.
background on
But
Christmas
yeah,
rapping, and
with
these little breaks,
Curtis Blow, right?
background yells. Oh gosh, I had
Spinderella.
no idea
Uh,
how hip hop would take off. No idea. I was sitting right there.
Spinderella. That's that. Karen got it
Mhm.
right.
Oh, Cinderella.
Spinderella.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes, yes. Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. So he used to date her, the original
Hmm.
one. He said back in the day when he was in the Patterson. I think it's the Patterson. It might be what's that other rough projects there? Not Eatonmore. I think it was the Patterson houses.
Mm.
Eddie OJ. He's with the he was a founder of the group the Clientele Brothers. They got some heavy cats in their posse. Um, Will Seville, Mikey D, Playboy. There's a LL Cool J connection with that. LL wanted to get it. Yo, you have to tune in with that. Playboy, Mikey D, yeah, and yeah. So Eddie OJ, he says peace to you, Dr. Humes. And what do you want to leave us with? I'm going to bring on the Almighty Force Brothers while you're here just to give you an introduction, so you can say what's up. But how do you want to? What do you want to say? Yeah, did I do you justice,
Of
Linda, or
course, I
what?
enjoyed this.
Was
I mean,
everything
we've been
everything?
threatening to do this for a while, and this was, a perfect time because I really wanted people to know about the event on June 29th. And, I just want to shout out, like I said, I have the most amazing team. So Masani Davis and Medina Penda and Joe and Malika, and then a wonderful board, led by Sandra Pennock, who was our managing director
How's Sandra doing?
how
How's
she's
Sandra
doing.
doing?
She's doing great. And, we have a wonderful board, of directors, and they are just wonderful. Um, so, we have a great team. And then all of the consultants and teaching artists that work with us, we have like a roster of over 50 consultants and teaching artists that go out and do the work every day. And they're dedicated, and they care, and many of them, they're just worldwide artists, world known musicians, wonderful visual artists, spoken word artists, just dancers, and so because not everyone can be a teaching artist. There's people who are wonderful performers, but they don't know how to teach. There are people who are wonderful performers, but they don't know how to use the arts for healing. There's a whole, career in arts therapy and arts healing. So we have different people. We also work with MSWs. We work with different doctors to do some of the work, because some of the work can be very intense. So we match up an artist with a mental health professional, in certain cases, so we really great. We really do great things. This year we started. We've off and on have been doing work with immigrant populations for a long time, but we've started doing ESL programs. And so whatever the situation is, we pivot, and we do what's needed for the community, and
It's
I
about the
know that,
community.
yeah, and I talk a lot about, the Black community and the African American community in Pan Africa, but all skin is not kin. So we're in a climate now where it's about the human race. Yes, we still have to do with institutional racism, but it kind of is boiling down to good versus evil. So it's like, who's
Yeah,
on your team? Who's on your team? Like
yeah.
if you said, your um friend here, Karen, is white. It doesn't.
Yes,
It's
you're right.
not about the skin. It's about your consciousness. And right now,
Yeah,
that's where the battle is what vibration do you function on? What kind of consciousness do you ride on? Where are you part of the solution, or are you a part of the problem? Are you about light and love, or are you about fear and attack? That's what it's about.
that's what it's about. You see, Eddie's in the house, right? He said he love
Hi,
us from Linda.
Eddie. My brother from another mother, and my son's godfather. Oh God, it's good that you're there, Eddie. Love you back. Love you back.
He said he loves that
It's.
hat.
Oh, thank you, thank you. I had to represent. Had to represent. And this too is a local artist. Unfortunately, forgive me, I don't have her name, but I was at one of the different vending events, doing storytelling and whatnot. And the sister, I saw this hat, and I was like, I wasn't trying to buy no hat, but I couldn't resist it.
Hmm. You got
We just
Bonnie
have so
Chambers
much
in the house. She
talent.
has a platform.
Yeah,
You got
so
Bonnie
much talent.
Chambers. She has a platform as well. She's out of Chicago, out of Chi-Town. She says hello, everybody. So hello, Bonnie. Welcome.
Mm.
And she's got a daughter who is 16. She's a pugilist. She can fight as well. She can thump,
Oh,
But yeah, Bonnie Chambers in the house.
uh,
Another platform. Chucky Chuck. I got to get in touch with Van Silk.
mm.
He's supposed to come on next week
What?
and we chop it
I'll
up.
make
But
one more
Linda is
plug,
it's
George. One more plug, and then I'm excited to meet your other guest tonight. Is that I'm the education chair of the National Association of Black Storytellers, which is a national organization. We have 28 affiliates, and every year the festival conference is held in a different city. So this November it will be held in the ATL, and it is a wonderful conference and festival. So again, if you look it up, it's the National Association of Black Storytellers Conference and Festival in November in the ATL. So I encourage everyone who has the time or whatever, who wants to hear some culture, go to some really riveting workshops and hear some wonderful, wonderful storytellers and stories, to come join us at the National Association of Black Storytellers Conference and Festival, Atlanta, the ATL in November.
and it's like hip hop is the written word as well. Like old school, when you're listening to these cats and they're breaking it down, it's the written word. It's stories and stuff, how they put it together, and it never
Mhm.
dies. Like you were saying with Danny Simmons, I had Danny on like three
Mhm.
times, and he started back with the depth comedy, the depth com not the poetry
Mhm.
that was doing when he was at Showtime at the Apollo,
Mhm.
and I think he's still with that. I mean, but yeah, so it was interesting as always. You brought a lot of information, a lot of positivity to the platform, and I want to thank you and say God bless you. But I want you to meet the spoken word is hip hop, slow vending here at Chucky Chuck. That's what it is. And Chuck, he raps, he spits. And this is his venue that I'm going to be associated with on the 28th. When he's uptown, Linda. He's in real estate. He does the same thing Sean does, and yeah, so he is also uh, with the promoter. We used to be up there in Sugar Hill, right over there at back in the day. And I don't know, you might have came to a couple of venues. We had Face Man, Lenny Vonado. Eddie said they lied to us about everything. Chucky Chuck said a spoken word. You see it there, slow vending,
Mhm.
which is real.
Mhm.
But yeah, you brought a lot of information to the platform tonight. I appreciate you. I love you as
Love you
always.
more, like the
And
kids say. Love you more.
yeah, right. I know. But love you to the moon and back.
Mhm.
I use that one too. I do the Stockton, but it's real. And but Eddie says they lied to us about everything. Rap is Karen says rap is rhythm and poetry. She's an art. She's a manager as well. She has an artist called Sedan, the God of Sound.
Mm.
Right, and he's prolific and very lyrical as well. Like these brothers that I have on tonight, the Almighty Force brothers, they're lyrical and prolific as well. Old school. This is an old school event. It's you bring your chair, no 2 drink minimum, no price of admission or not. You just like back in the day, it's that type of thing. And all these artists are giving their time and they're coming out, for a beautiful afternoon. And it's so like I'm excited, man, because it's like once you see that and once you hear what they're bringing, it's uplifting to say the least. I don't want to keep you too much. I don't what I'm saying. It was good. You gave us a lot, and let me bring out now.
Mhm.
Right, I want to play them out a certain way. I want to bring out uh, yo big Big Ra. Let's get some visual on you. But this is Big Shy right here. Huh? Yeah. YT Shaheed. Meet Dr. Hughes, Dr. Linda Hughes, my
Mhm.
brother. God bless you. Welcome to the show. Yo, Shy. Big Shy. You on, baby.
Yeah, I know, George. Thank you,
Say what's
man.
up.
But there's only one way to
No
start
doubt.
the show, George. For all of you that don't know
How's that?
me, you don't hear me. I'm on mute. Can you hear me?
I hear you loud and clear.
All right. So we're going to do this
Linda,
again.
can you hear him?
Peace, Dr. Humes. Nice to meet you.
Hello. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, I like all the things you got going on. Beautiful thing. Looking out for our people. Always respected, big respect.
Thank you.
But like I was saying, George, there's only one way to start that show. And that's for all of you that don't know me. I'm yours truly for short. That's YT Shaheed, one half of the Almighty Force brothers. Still looking for my brother. I see his initials popped up, but I ain't see his face. But I'm glad
What
you was
happened?
talking about the
I come
Springfield reunion, George, because the Almighty Force
no
brothers,
doubt.
we will be in the building. So I want everybody to save the date. June 28th, Springfield Park, another day in Springfield. Put on a Chucky Chuck production, hosted by Van Silk and George Mason, Clientele Brothers, Almighty Force Brothers, Mikey D will be in the building. You're gonna have the Boogie Boys, a fly girl, a fly girl. We're gonna have our man Chill Rob G coming over from Jersey. With the what's that? What's that
The
song, Darcy,
albino
that Chill
twin.
Rob G made? I got the power. Yeah, I got the power. Y'all remember that. It's going to be dope. A lot of old school artists. If you still like the 80s sound, the 90s sound, y'all definitely going to get it. Springfield Park, June 28th. Save the date.
No doubt. Yo, that's what's up. Dr. Humes, God bless you. As I said, I love you, and we'll talk later. And for bringing your positivity and your spiritualism and your power to the platform.
Thank you. And I
Uh,
look forward to
most
listening.
definitely.
But I gotta go.
No, that's fine.
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna take you out, and again, have a good night. God bless you,
Thank
Dr. Hughes, Dr. Linda Hughes, huh? She makes a mean. Man, I'm telling you, man. I'm not playing around. She can cook. She can burn. She does it for the Christmas, Thanksgiving, and stuff like that. Eddie Prather, he'll tell you. It's all good. So she invites us, and I've known her for a long time. I met her through Eddie. But what's up with your brother?
Maybe he went to sleep, man. We
What's
was
going on?
waiting. You know what I mean? Us older folks. We're a
Oh
little
wow.
older. We're a little older in the tooth now. You know what I'm saying? He might have fell asleep on you. I'm only fucking with you, man.
I know you're fucking with me. I know you're coming at me like that. It's all good. But maybe he's got to go out and come back in. But I wanted to play you. I wanted to do this. I wanted to give you your introduction, your propers before that. But I wanted you to meet her as well. because you have your platform and she does the community thing. You like to bring her to Queens and stuff like that with Chuck. He
Yeah,
popped
Dr.
out.
Hughes, Dr.
He
Hughes,
popped out.
she was kind of deep. I liked her. She said something that I liked. How she was saying our people as a people, we went through a lot and we overcame it. You know what I'm saying? From back in the days to the 80s to now, I'm saying all the way through slavery, we went through a lot. And guess what? We always come through. So for all you people out there that's concerned, about people cutting DEI and all that stuff, don't worry. It ain't going to affect us because we've been through this before. It's going to affect everybody else that haven't been through this before. So I like what she was saying. It was cool.
Yeah. It was, yeah. And again, with her, that her storytelling, like the spoken word and stuff, is a lot of messages within the context when she was telling about the deceitful Ashanti, I think it was, or whatever. But again, it wasn't anything coded. It was just something that she was
Tell
explaining,
him to
breaking
come out.
down.
All right.
With your brother?
Yeah. You probably have to just go back and click on the email, start over.
Yeah.
He said he said something about he being denied or something.
Oh, the access was denied?
His permission is denied, it said.
I don't know what that's about. Yeah, but I wanted to start you guys off with that.
Permission.
What did she say?
The permission is denied. That's what my brother is getting back when he go to sign on.
Okay. So I want to do this before, officially, maybe he'll jump in as I'm playing this. And this was going to be your introduction. We know who you are in regards to old school and stuff like that. But let's.
Get it.
Force we are the almighty force. We are the almighty force. We are the almighty force. We are the almighty.
Them rhymes singing for playing most supreme right here. 6 feet still can beat the whole damn dream team. With power, I devour any man in my way. Crown prince of offense, just shoot or get slain.
Here I go hard with my brother. Whether bowling or rhyming, my presence is felt. No false on the courts, always teach what I'm taught. Basketball is our sport, the almighty force.
Married with children and still rock rhymes. Rhyme shine a brother team is kinda genuine.
Milk love will be with us, show when we be with him. Talking skills, almighty force just took it again. Force we are. Force we are.
Get it.
Force we are. We are the almighty force. We are. We are the almighty force. We are. We are the almighty force. We are. We are the almighty.
Life is hard, so I am hard. Fuck the facade, I do my part. By examples I teach, I never preach. I hate elite, but love a peach. I'm rough and smooth, I show and prove. I'm not a fool, and not a tool. Just call me Mr. Bullshit Resistor, who love my sister. Finish this shit,
Almighty force means power, and it must grow. Motivated by the hate our opponents show. Jealous rivals and enemies out to reduce. Can't fuck with the energy that we produce. Like all great men, we also rise to be great. Not to be idolized, cause that's fake. And all of y'all must realize that the proof is in the pudding right before your eyes. Force we are. We are the almighty force. 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 We are. We are the almighty
Force we are, huh? No doubt. Yeah, he
Yeah,
keeps jumping
I like the
out.
little. Oh, my brother
You
trying to
like
get
that?
in.
He's
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. I like
We
the
still
little.
got.
Yeah, but the little picture montage, you even got one of our old pictures up there, you know, from
Yeah,
the Almighty
yeah.
Force Brothers back in the 80s when we used to be in
Back
USA
in the
with
day.
Jay-Z and Jazzo and Kwame and Father MC and all them cats. That was one of them pictures from back then and shit. Word.
But you know what? Nobody remembers like the Jazzo, like Jay-Z and Jazzo, them joints that they did. Jazzo basically put them on with the boogie rap, you know, the fast rap
Yeah,
at
that little quick,
before.
they little
Yeah,
quick words. And, yeah, Jazzo
that
was
was
swift with
Jay-Z.
that. Jay-Z, he
Yeah,
learned it
he
too.
was nice with
Word.
that. Though. Yeah, he picked up
Yeah,
on it. Jazzo was the one who put him down with that. Yo, hey,
yeah,
yo,
yeah, yeah.
Ron, the most supreme. Can you hear us? I'm gonna take him out because it's no point. Um, you know, tell him to try back again. So yeah, so that was like, the force we are. Um, I got that whole album up. I could play some joints from that. Yeah, because I know you
But but
cats,
but
you hit some more.
but I sent you some music. That's from our last album. That's cool. I appreciate
No,
the
I got
intro because that intro
yeah,
will make that the perfect intro for us. That is literally the intro we use when we walk out on stage. You know, because like my
well
man
that
DJ
it
Divine
should be.
say, it's always important to let everybody know who you are before you hit them with the show. You know what I mean? So we actually use that as our
Exactly.
intro when we walk
You
out on the
know,
stage. Word.
but that's what it is. That's who you are. You feel me? I mean,
Yes,
if
yes,
if you
sir.
can't feel that, if you know that's your introduction into you, what you cats do, and
But
again, like what. Mm-hmm.
now you did get the songs I sent you. You know that I told you that's going to be on the next album. You getting the
What is it? That song. I got that one. The
oh
one
so
joint, and yeah, that and that's the new one. But I have the album that pretty much said it all. The birth of the Almighty, huh? Yeah, where
yes sir.
it ain't birth of the Almighty. My brother, stop scheming. Did I say that I love So I got them joints. You feel me? And those are timeless pieces. Along with
I
that, but
appreciate
I
you,
got
man. Thank you.
for sure, most definitely. For the love of hip hop, huh? Yeah. So yeah. So
I know.
uh, here's how I get down. Right?
Yeah,
Them
yeah. And here's
joints.
how I get down. That's that. And we gonna actually doing a remix of that song. You know, with we putting together a little something. You know, a little something something for the old school, the people that still like our sound. You know, you're gonna have the Almighty Clientele Brothers collaboing on the remix of Here's How I Get Down. When my man Eddie OJ gonna show you how he get down, and unvomitable Will Seville, the lyricist himself, is going to show you how he get down. We working on a remix of Here's How I Get Down with those brothers, so I'm looking forward to getting in the studio with them.
Yeah, Chuck put me on, or Chuck put me on. The Will, he was like, "Yo, G, you gotta listen to Will. He's vicious with his pen." I mean, when I first really came on to the scene, because as the story goes, like I didn't know Chuck, history. You know what I'm saying? So, but he was like, "You gotta really listen to Will," and then
Will
once
Seville
I
is
did,
nice, yo. Will
it's
Seville is
nice,
nice.
nice. You know what I'm saying? So it's good like that. But I don't know what's up with your brother, man. Huh? You gotta have a talk with him. You gotta sit him down tomorrow night before the show and let him know. What's going on the side? You keep looking on to the side. Now you got me. I want to know what's going on, man. You outside and stuff. Who you talking to? I want to know
Yo,
what's going on.
well, South Side, we outside. You know how it go.
We outside.
That's always the
Yeah,
motto. South Side, we outside. Where else am I
we
going to be?
outside. But who the hell you talking to? That's the other side of it.
Oh, my
South
wife
side.
is trying to help my brother get on the show, and she's in here trying to assist. trying to help my brother get on the show. That's what my wife is doing. And so I'm checking on her, and she's letting me know, because she's not only my wife, she's my manager, she's my co-writer, she's my everything. If you listen to the song, Did I Say I Love You Today, talk about my wife.
Tell him.
That's what's up.
You see what Chuck said, YT can handle it by himself, no doubt. But yeah,
Hey.
I hear you. Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, but I appreciate, I appreciate you, like playing some of the songs from the album, George. I appreciate that. I know the time is a little limited now, but I still would like, since I got all my people on the check-in right now, I still would like to let them hear.
Is a great woman.
So I still would like my people to get to hear, some of our new stuff too that's coming out soon,
No doubt.
that we about to release. All right, just making sure, man.
What I want to say, and was she drinking earlier?
My wife don't drink, bro. Don't drink, don't smoke. None of that. Yeah, I know. She's always she's a built-in designated driver. You know what I mean? That's always a good thing to have.
Yeah.
But shout out to my manager, my wife, Darcel. Got to give a shout out.
But yeah, so all right. I was gonna play it in order, right? I had a little order that I was gonna do, but
oh no, George. I'm saying stay with your order, man. But I'm just saying I like my last album. Don't think I don't like it, But if you had an order where you want to do a little old, a little new, that's good with me too. My brother, we already missing. Right, we already missing one half of the Almighty, so we got some space to fill in. You know what I mean?
He keeps popping out, and he's going out and coming back in, but it's the same result. And
word. I wonder why.
Let's see if we can hear him. I don't know.
I see him on the screen, but I just see his initials. He got to turn his camera on and the microphone on if it ain't on.
Yeah, try that. The Most Supreme. Big Rod. Turn your camera on. When you see the
initials, that means the camera probably ain't on.
Yeah.
And if we can't hear him, I don't know. He might stop not have permission. I don't know why that would be, because we all had the same email. Yeah, man. So yeah. But I still, wanted to tell everybody, save the date. Y'all get to see your favorite legendary Southside MCs touching down on the stage June 28th. You know what I'm saying? And Chuck, I mean Chuck. Peace, Chucky Chuck. Peace to the God, Eddie O.J. Peace to the God, Will Seville. Peace to the God, Eddie Prather. Peace to Karen. Peace to everybody that's on the check-in. And peace to Dr. Humes.
Chucky said, extend the time and play the funky almighty music. Yeah, I got him because I had already had
but Chuck, Yeah. But because some of the new songs, we're gonna perform some of the old songs on June 28th, but we also will be performing some of the new songs. That's why I'm kind of pushing,
No doubt. But like I said, I had blocked out the hours, the time frame, to get everything in. We had
Dr. No doubt.
And stuff like that. So
appreciate it.
Peace, yeah, most definitely. But I wanted to hit with this is you'll tell me what it is.
All right.
And what is it? And not what it is. What is it? Is this is what you're talking about, right? Come on. What? Come on.
The truth is like a blizzard. Hey world, what is it? Hey really, what is it? Hey world, what is it? The truth is like a blizzard. Hey world, what is it? Hey really, what is it? Hey world, what is it? Now do you really know just what you're talking about? Your hot topics make me wanna scream and shout. Do you really wanna change the world? Do you really wanna change the world? Evaluate, initiate, Yo, is it subpar or is it great? Yo, is it by chance or is it fate? Or is it straight or a debate? Yo, is it as real as it seems? Yo, is it I or is it team? Yo, is it that dream from the king? Or is it you, babe? Yo, is it next chapter or is it same? Yo, is it change or is it game? Yo, is it just what I'm talking about? Yo, is it culture or is it cloud? But like a blizzard, hey world, what is it? Hey really, what is it? Hey world, what is it? But you look like a blizzard, hey world, what is it? Hey really, what is it? Hey world, what is it? Yo, do you really know just what you're talking about? Yo, hot topics make me wanna scream and shout. Do you really wanna change the world? Yo, do you really wanna change the world? Yo, is it life or is it death? Yo, is the traffic stop your last breath? Yo, is or smashing your girl? Is jealousy running the world? Yo, is it love or is it need? Yo, is it necessity or is it greed? Yo, is it my own to worry about? Yo, is it 100 or is it doubt? Yo, is our own to get the hit? Yo, is it force? Is it legit? Yo, is it true that thing we heard? Yo, is it the money or is it word? Yo, anything but lose the one you trust is better or worse, ashes to dust. Or is the secret to the grave? Yo, is the map the path we take? Yo, do you really know just what you're talking about? Yo, hot topics make me wanna scream and shout. Do you really wanna change the world? Yo, do you really wanna change the world? Do you really know just what you're talking about? Your hot topics make me wanna scream and shout. Do you really wanna change the world? Yo, do you really wanna change the world? Yo, is it weak to show respect? Yo, is somebody coming for your neck? Is the hater right in your midst? Yo, is it wrong to think like this? Yo, is the drum of the same beat? Yo, is it you that make you complete? Yo, is it a legacy that you build? Or is it somebody just keeping it real? But you look like a blizzard, hey world, what is it? Hey really, what is it? Hey world, what is it? But you look like a blizzard, hey world, what is it? Hey really, what is it? Hey world, what is it? Yo, do you really know just what you're talking about? Your hot topics make me wanna scream and shout. Do you really wanna change the world? Yo, do you really wanna change the world?
Do you really want to change the world, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
What is it? Do you really want to change the world, huh?
Yeah, you know, and it's a shame, you know, that my brother is not on right now because that was his solo joint. And it was featuring Charlene Simmons. That's Charlene Simmons that's singing on that. She another artist. You can check out her YouTube page, Charlene Simmons. She's real deep, R&B singer, and she came in the studio. She laid it down. She ripped it up. That's what's up.
Yeah. So that's big big Ra, the most supreme Rahim. You know, because I know you did a couple of as solo yourself, no?
Yeah. We both did. You know, on this next album we putting out, we both got solo joints, and we both, of course, you know, we got the ones Almighty Force Brothers doing it together. We got a few features. You know, my man Southside Kid DMC from Cypher Sound is featured on it. Who else? Like I said, we gonna have the Clientele Brothers featured on it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking forward to this next joint, project that we're about to release. And I'm trying to give my people a little sneak peek right now, you know, but because y'all gonna hear it on June 28th anyway. So I look forward to it.
But yeah, but that's a sneak peek. That's That's the only joint that you sent me that was designated as new, as you said, right? Because
Everything I sent you on the email is all gonna be on the next joint. That
right,
last emails,
okay,
you know, I sent you. I don't know how many I sent you. 3, 4, 5. I don't remember really.
the one that I got on the Gmail, right? Because
Yeah,
I
I
was
sent them
for
one
the
at a
email.
time. So maybe that's the only one you've seen because I sent them one at a time because I sent them from my phone, not the computer. So I sent them one at a
That
time
could have
to
been
your
a problem.
Gmail.
Yeah, because I was like, normally like if I get something, it'll be like like you say, 3 or 4 joints or whatever. But I only got you know that one, and I said, "Whoa, shit! This is high. This is fire." You feel me? I
All
mean,
right.
saying a lot in that, yeah. So yeah, because it's like it's almost like a social type thing. Do you really want to change the world? Like Chucky Chuck,
Yeah,
let's change the world, huh?
that's right. Change it for the better. Change it for the better. You know what I mean? Yeah, and
Yeah,
I wanted
no
to
doubt.
say, and when you played our intro, a lot of people don't even know
Mhm.
this, but that song was produced by the original Cypher Sounds, my man Understanding, DJ Understanding from the original Cypher Sounds. He produced that joint. Actually, on that album, The Birth of the Almighty, I think UG produced about 3 or 4 of the joints on that album.
Oh, what?
And UG, the original Cypher Sound, back in his days
Hmm.
on Uptown Records, he produced Father MC. He the one that got Mary to get on the Father MC joint. He used
I
to
used to like,
produce
I
for
used to
Jeff
like Father
Red.
MC back in
Yeah,
the day.
Father
Father
MC.
MC was that dude, yeah,
Yeah, he was
you
that
know,
dude.
yeah,
That's
and
one of the only people. That's one of the only people that beat us in the '80s in a rap contest. Father
oh,
MC. I
what?
give Father his props.
Yeah, he was smooth. Remind me a little bit of
Yep.
Big Daddy Kane, but he was smooth. I liked him,
Yeah.
and yeah,
Cause
uh,
what happened was, we in a rap contest, so me and my brother, we go up and we do our routine, dance, do our routine. Jay-Z go up there, he rhyming. Jazzo go up there, he spitting. Kwame up there, Rozelle was up in there. You know how Father won that night? He came up there with 2 background dancers.
oh
So that
word.
fucked
No,
everybody up. So no matter how nice everybody was that night, everybody remembered him up there with the 2 dudes dancing. You know what I'm saying? That's how he won that night.
that's how he got over. But it's like
Yep.
with Kwame, he had the polka dots, right?
Yep. Kwame with the polka dots. My man. Back then, he used to call himself a man in his beat. And he had a dude that used to do the beatbox, and he was doing his Slick Rick imitation back then.
Yeah, he was
He was
nice
called a
too. He
man
was
in his
cool
beat.
too. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like Kwame, and
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, he had a lot that he was bringing to the table back then. A lot of people wasn't really ready for Kwame at that point in
Yeah.
time.
But Kwame, he had a brief rap career, but he went on to become a great producer. Kwame produced a lot of the 90s hip hop artists that you was listening to and loving. Kwame was producing for them.
A lot of people don't know that, but that's
Now
how
people don't know that.
Ye basically came to the into prominence, into the forefront, because he was an incredible producer himself, as you know. Kanye was who didn't he produce? That's like Pharrell. Pharrell,
Right,
you got
right.
this guys behind that's laying in the cut, doing their things behind the scene and making it happen. Then when they step out in front of the camera, in front of the mic, and then it's like, oh shit, they knew they had that skill, that talent at that time, but that producing, they still getting paid, they still getting that bag, but they just not letting people know how they can get down lyrically. But Chuck, you see what he said? It's cool. He said, Chuck's it's cool. Make us wait until Saturday, June 28th. They don't need to hear it all. Ain't that a blip?
I gotta put my glasses on to see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, what up, word, Chuck? Word, word. Yeah, I mean.
But you know how I know about you and your brother,
Yo,
right?
Chuck, yo, Chuck. Let me just tell Chuck something real quick. Hey, yo, Chuck, you know what happened, right? You know what happened, Chuck. What happened is I had to send the songs one at a time. So what happened was George saw the first email and ignored the rest of them that came in. So that's what happened, Chuck. He saw the
It's
first email and
your
never
brother.
looked back.
charge.
Nah, but you know what? I did look back, but you sent it on Gmail. What's
Yo,
good?
there
What's
go the
good?
most supreme Bahine in the building.
Most
What up,
supreme
Rob?
Raheem, huh?
Yo, sorry about that, man.
Let me ask you.
Man, I don't hear you.
He was drinking early. Were you drinking
How you
early?
turn up your phone?
Were you drinking
Everybody
early?
ain't drinking like out the red cup like you right now, George. You know.
Over here.
No, that's turning it off. Up the volumes on that side at the top.
Yo,
I think Chuck
it's so good.
the only one I saw with the red cup tonight. I mean, not Chuck. Who? George the only one I saw with the red cup. There you go, the red cup. Yo, George.
Yeah.
Since y'all see you like the red cup, you got to check out Bars and Hoops Radio on Sunday nights. Tell him, Rod, tell him about the Sunday nights. You Rod be in there on the red cup affair. Rod know all about that.
You know what's in that red cup?
They were just talking.
That's a strawberry smoothie.
Well, Robin and Raheem, I can hear y'all.
That's just true. They talking to each other. Yo, Rob.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yo,
we
Rob.
can hear y'all.
Yo, what's up?
Can you hear us?
I hear you
What's
now.
good?
Everything cool, man. Yo, what's up, George?
Listen, let me ask you something. Were you
ahead.
drinking? You were drinking earlier?
No. I don't drink like that, bro. Nah, man.
Okay.
Nah, man, I don't know. I was trying to do it on my phone. It didn't work on my phone. And then I did I tried my laptop. You know, it's taking too long to charge. So this is my wife's phone. You know?
Oh, all right.
But I heard you played the joint. You know what I'm saying? That was my man, shout out to DJ Sugar Bear. He sent me the beat and he said, see what you come up with this beat. And then I'm like listening to it. And then when I went back to him with it, he was like, yo, I ain't see that, you know, but you know, that's what I came up with, you know, and I appreciate you for playing it, man, you know?
Oh, no doubt. Yeah, but you still got the pipes. You still, you got it going on, B. So that
man.
Yeah, no doubt. That's what's up.
All right.
Jay got jokes. You see what he's saying? Joe is trying to be like Project K and the Winos. That's fucked up.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Put me in that category, bro.
You have to work the next day. LOL. Karen said, I'm not that's a strawberry smoothie I'm sipping. That's strawberry. I drink strawberry smoothies out of a red cup because it gives it more. I don't know what it is, man, but it tastes better.
Yo, Raheem, man, you should tell George about the red cup affair on Sunday nights. He like drinking out the red cup.
Yeah, we gotta, yeah. That's our people from Bars and Hoops. They be doing the red cup affair on Sunday between 9 and 11. They be playing all the old school R&B slow jams. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You know? Yeah. So I be checking it out, man. You gotta check it out, man. The brother that be you gotta check it out, man. There's some soft slow jams, you know. But I was listening to y'all. You know, the queen that was on. You know, she was great. You know,
Peace La Picasso.
And she
Peace
was like,
to the God La Picasso. You'll see him on June 28th.
Yep, no doubt. And she was talking about the last poets, one of the last poets that he do art now. Right. In my opinion, the last poets, they was the first hip hop artists to me. You know?
Yeah.
With the social desires that's burning like fires amongst those who stole the gold. And they continue to keep the people asleep and the truth from being told.
So I remember that shit. The last poets were, they was deep.
White man's got what? White man's got what? God. What does white man got? A God complex. Huh?
Yeah. Okay.
You know, the last poets.
The last poets.
Yeah.
There's no doubt. La Picasso, what's up, brother? God bless you. Welcome to the platform. And
yo, peace, my brother. Peace, lot. Peace, my brother.
Last post, man, they had so much, incredible, like the message that they were laying down. That was doing the Angela Davis, doing the
man. Those brothers was deep.
Huey P.
Brothers is
Newton.
deep.
Yes,
From
the Black Revolution. The
the Black
revolution will not be televised.
That was Gil Scott. But that was a hell of a time back then and there. The music, like this generation, like this cancer culture, there was some other stuff. It's like, but we don't even really have to get into that. But what was the brother that news Feliciano, right? He was the last poet. Uh, yeah, back in the day. You know how I came in contact with two cats, man. Brother Kenny Ketchum for
Oh
five.
yeah, Kenny Ketchum. Yeah,
Yeah,
Kenny. Yeah, the photographer. As a matter
the
of fact,
photographer.
Kenny the one that shot. He the one that shot the photos for our last album. Matter of fact, he
Oh,
probably
what?
shot a
Okay.
few of those photos that you were showing tonight, man. But Kenny Ketchum, I played a couple of years, in front of him. He played for John Adams like a year or two after I played. You
And he
know,
said he said y'all were nice. He said
yeah,
y'all
yeah.
really
We was
had
we was
going.
making the playoffs. We was making the playoffs back then. John Adams, we were smacking a lot of people. Back then. Like we did it. My senior year, and then they continued it. After I graduated. Yeah, they definitely, John, we used to do our thing, on the ball tip,
Yeah, he
you
put me
know,
on there. He said, yo, man, they nice, G. So
you know.
yeah, that's how I got put
Kenny,
on
that's
to
like
y'all.
family. Like when we started our basketball league, he was like real supportive. We started like what my son continue now. Shout out to the AMF family, Almighty Force family. Had the D League championship this past Saturday. But when we started that back in the early 1990s, Kenny Ketchum, he was like one of the first coaches that was out there helping us out with the kids, you know.
Oh,
And
here comes
then
the
he started
judge.
his own. He started his own program, the Blacktop program. But the brother always been real supportive of us and the things that we
Yeah,
do. Continue to, like I said, him and his people, they like family to us. Like his
Yes,
his his
yes.
um his nephews and stuff. They still involved with the tournament now with my son. You know.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing, man, because like Kenny, when we started our
yeah.
developmental league, in developmental, we call it, like when you see on the shirt, they say the D League, but that stands for developmental league. When we started the first developmental league, I think Kenny had his brother out there as a coach, his nephews was all on the teams. I mean, he brought his whole family out there. Half the league was probably his family in the first developmental league.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But yo,
All
Kenny,
right.
yo, real
Okay.
brother, you know what I'm saying? A great photographer. And me and Kenny
He's
went to
got
high school together because
he's
Raheem said he graduated. I started high school the year after he graduated. So Kenny actually went to school with me and John Adams. You know what I'm saying? So we
okay.
definitely go way, way back, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I know Kenny through. I'm a coach at Jamaica High. My boy is the head coach at Jamaica School, and Kenny was doing
Oh,
photography
that's what's
for us.
up.
He was filming. He was also coaching as well too, like a consultant because
Yeah.
he knows so much about the game. And so that's how we bonded, we hooked off, and everything is everything. But yeah, but you know what? I want
Word.
to. This is one of my favorites, right? What I'm gonna play next, and we got Chucky Chuck. He's saying about Halado. But he said, do you remember Picnic Markham? Y'all remember Picnic
Yeah,
Markham? Here
yeah.
come the
Here come the
judge.
judge. Here come the judge. Come
Oh
on, everybody,
yeah,
because here comes the judge. I remember Pig Meat. Huh? Yeah,
yeah,
Chuck. I
yeah,
remember
I
Pig Meat. Word.
yeah,
My
yeah.
grandmother took me to the Apollo. I remember Pygmy Markham was on the bill, and James Brown. And please, please, please. That shit was like, the entertainment then it was just mind blowing. When you see that up close and stuff that when he did the Pygmy Markham, that whole routine, it was just classical stuff. It was amazing. But this is what I want to. I'm gonna play this now. This shit here is just like this is one of my favorites from the uh Almighty Fourth Brother. You telling me about you know, to play whatever such and such a song, but this is This is that joint here for me.
Hey, what are you old guys doing in here? What are you old guys gonna do?
You know what we gonna do?
What do you mean? What are y'all gonna do?
About the George Clinton.
You old guys can't do anything.
Yeah. Come on. Yeah. Let's go, let's go. Ha. Yeah, 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 yeah. Come on, yo. This is the way we rock the mic. Everybody get up and do what you like. Come on. This is the way we rock the mic. Everybody get up and get up. Keep it on, almighty. Keep it on. Keep it on, cypher. Let's keep the rhythm strong. Keep it on, almighty. Then I come along. Let's keep it on, cypher. Yeah.
I'm so shocking, like a million volts. Attention grabber, gift the gabber, the utmost host. I'm Raheem, the most highest. You can't deny this. Wise and intelligent, one of a kind that's moving right along. I shall recite this, but don't you bite this, cause you didn't write this. We're the almighty, that's right, the almighty is. Keep the muscles flexing and don't have arthritis.
I deface you, then I deface you. If you were food, I couldn't even taste you, cause I erased you. At first I maced you, you lost your head, I had to waste you. I intertwine and align my rhymes with time. Each line you'll find a sign that shines straight from my mind. Get back to who, get loose with juice, induce the truth to you with proof of what I produce. Unique physique, mystique is weak. Preach or teach to each who reach the goal that they seek. Abstract my facts from wax with tack, cause black is black, so act like that. Let's call it all rap. This is the way we rock the mic. Everybody get up and do what you like. Come on. This is the way we rock the mic. Everybody get up and get up. Keep it on, almighty. Keep it on. Keep it on, cypher. Let's keep the rhythm strong. Keep it on, almighty. Then I come along. Let's keep it on, cypher. Yeah, yeah. Yo, Southside, get the MC. Come on, baby, baby, you can party with me. Yo, move that ass like you're back in the 70s. Up in the jam, yo, grinding so heavily. Remember that? Yep. Cypher sound in the park at the dark. From dusk to dawn, damn right, we got it all with the hot. We ripped up the spot. Call me Peter, the punk and Eater Skeeter. You heard me through the speakers, yo, the bass in the tweeter. Sip your libation, feel the sensation. Up your elevation, Southside's creation. They won original cypher sound. They won original. The almighty force. Of course, we the boss. Take your loss, get lost. If ain't your competition, take this L, get lost. Cause he the hot topic. Known to get it poppin', known to get it rockin'. Hip hop non-stop it. And you can get up and do what you like. Cause this is the way we rock the mic. This is the way we rock the mic. Everybody get up and do what you like. This is the way we rock the mic. Everybody get up and get up.
Yo, Raheem's a little older, wiser and bolder, the shaper and bolder, composer and scolder, the knower of my town, known to get down. Sometimes I'm profound, but can never be a clown. Daddy cool schooler, don't fuck with no fool. Way back in the days it was Raheem the Rhyme Ruler. Ghetto superstars, pressed by bar, almighty force brothers, yeah, that's who we are.
Like an explosion, yo, destroying MCs, leaving bodies in the mall like a bad disease. Hard throb, I'm the kid making ladies scream. I shoot like a sneeze, yo, I do it with ease. Yeah, we gon' get it. Yeah, we gon' flip it. Yeah, we gon' do it like we did in the beginning. Younger ladies with the heart of gold. Younger ladies in stereo. Younger ladies with the cypher crew. Yo, cypher sound, we gon' do it for you. Keep it on, almighty. Keep it on. Keep it on, cypher. Let's keep the rhythm strong. Keep it on, almighty. Then I come along. Let's keep it on, cypher. Your quick rhyming has no timing, man, it's worthless. Defeating the purpose of us who service on this circuit. You're not a rapper, you're just an actor in a circus. Weak and whack, so keep back, you can't hurt this. If you try to diss me or piss me, you'll get me in a way you don't want. Little punk, since you stunk, I threw you in the breakers, you stink. You think I think or wink or blink, then you'll be wiped out. You know, extinct dummy, you look so funny. That's how he be making more money, more money. Yes, I'm poor. The poor righteous teacher here is something to explore. You boy, you made me snore. Try to to skip town. Well, I don't bail, but failed when shy prevailed. My scale to unveil. Rain, hail, snow, and earthquakes. I made his earth shake. Rattled your brain till your drain lay me tame. You heard what I said, webhead. You should be dead. Perpetrating a dread, nigga. I see you on your deathbed. Try to diss on the mic, then I'll just bust a fact. If you try to diss twice, I'll break your fucking back, and that's true. So what you wanna do? Cause hops, your rhymes are true.
Yeah, Shy. He owe a few people money for mic drops on that. He was doing that show live. He owe a few people money
No
for their
doubt.
mics because he dropped the mic and walk away. You know?
No doubt.
What's up? Like, what's up?
But
Yo.
that's old school.
Yeah, that was.
That's
And
how.
then the brother
how
from
it's supposed to
Cypher
be laid
Sound.
down. That's like when you represent, when you really, you know what I'm saying. So yeah, that's the way it's done. You know what I mean?
Yeah, really like shout out to Kid Flash, shout out to Southside Kid the NC. I said when me and Shy, you know, we was doing a lot, you know, like you know the late like from the late 70s to the late 80s, you know, we were doing a lot, and then we got into doing like the basketball and really like backed up like from the music. We still was going to the studio and stuff, but they came, you know, and say, yo, let's do this. You know, like it was like a routine, and we always was still
You
rhyming in the
talking about
park
Cypher
with Ajax when we
Sounds?
was running our tournament. Yeah. So they came,
Yeah.
you know, yo, let's do this. So that's how that happened. And then they asked me if I wanted to do it. I said, yeah. I said, did y'all talk to Shy? They was like, we ain't worried about Shy because he want to rhyme all the damn time. You know what I'm saying? You know? So they wasn't worried about
No
him, and
doubt.
they were like, they wanted
No
to
doubt.
make sure that I wanted to do it. You know?
They want
And
to
I was
make sure
like,
you
all
were
right.
on board. They want to make sure
Yeah, but
you
it was
were
fun.
on board. Yeah.
Yeah, but it was fun. It was fun. You know, we had a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun performing that.
See that?
You know, like
You
New
see that?
York,
Like,
Pennsylvania,
what is you
places like
old
that.
dudes doing? What is you old dudes
You
doing?
know?
Y'all stepping in the joint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Quiet as
So
Kept,
wake up.
that was born just like some of the new tracks that we did. Born Just, he did the beat for that track. And then the track that we did over, called Build a Nation, he did the beat on that as well. You know, so that was Born Just that was doing
Yeah.
like
Shout out to Born
comedy,
Just, super
the little
producer.
comedy at the beginning of that, you know?
Like
Yeah,
catchy
shout out
stuff
to
so
Born Just,
powerful.
super producer.
So powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
got
that was
producers
fun. That
all
was
in the
But,
house.
fun.
but George, like since we got back, you know, to doing this hip hop shit for real, I still get that, you know, that hip hop nostalgia where I want to hear I want to rhyme off the old beats. You know what I'm saying? We bringing
Listen,
back that old school beats and rhyming off them, and that's what we gonna give y'all in Springfield Park. Save the date, June 28th. Almighty, come work your body and party with the Almighty. You know what I'm saying? We will be in the building.
no doubt. No doubt.
That's what's up.
You see what Craig said? What's up, Craig? Craig said that's what's up, no doubt. And that is what's up.
Yes, sir.
You know, we got a power pack. Let me show the flyer for those of you who don't know. And I want to play this real quick. This is the lineup as I'm showing the flyer. Here we go. Turn it up a little bit. Let me get the flyer up.
I don't care who's first or who last, but I know that y'all just better rock this at the drop of a dime, baby.
Chuck Entertainment proudly presents another day in Springfield Park on Saturday, June 28th from 12 noon to 8 p.m. Hosting historian Van Phil and comedian George Mason. Performing live, MC Miss Blackout, Lotto Picasso, Silver Fox, MC Iniquity, Clientele Brothers, Almighty Force Brothers, Vinyl Twin, Mikey D, Sedan, the guard of sound, Queen, Lady Biz, Lady Razzmatazz, Chucky Chuck, Trayvon, and Unwad. College finest. Chill Rob G singing, I got the power. And the Boogie Boys singing, Fly Girl, and music by DJ Divine and DJ Kendu. Infinity Machine will the house. If you need a vendor space, call 646-319-5837. It's another summer.
That's what's up.
That's a
That's
dope
what's up.
commercial, yo.
I saw another commercial earlier. I saw the other commercial earlier where my man Chucky Chuck was spitting on it.
Well,
You
I
know?
saw that one.
Yeah.
I saw that one.
I saw that earlier.
Yep.
Chucky Chuck, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Chucky Chuck gonna have to hit the stage. Chuck, you hitting the stage, Chuck? What's up?
Rappomatical 5. Chuck can start the show off.
Mathematical
All right, that's what's up.
But you know what?
That's what's
I
up.
didn't know the history. I didn't know Chuck. You know, I tell a story about how, and I knew him from uptown. He was from Lamont Baker, and I didn't know like when he invited me to come and do my thing. 'Cause, that's how I met you the first time. You were wearing that the New York Knicks, the colorful stuff. You know, because I was the first one up on stage. You know, and I did my little comedy routine and stuff like that. But I didn't know Chuck as the history, you know. And I was like, yo, where is Lamont Baker? When I was coming up on the event, they were like, oh, I don't know Lamont. You told me, when I seen him, I said, oh shit, there he is right there. That's how I know. That's Chucky Chuck. You told me, and I said, oh shit, you know. I didn't know that he had that ability, you know, to rap and spit. But I'm trying to find it now. You know, to lay it down for like what he did stuff, and it's interesting. It's interesting. I think this is it. No, this is not it. Some other shit. But yeah, man. So are y'all ready for the 28th?
Oh,
Yeah,
we ready.
Are y'all ready?
You know something? Let me tell you something, George. Let me tell you something. You don't never have to get ready when you stay ready. You understand, my God?
No doubt.
You don't have to never get ready. We stay ready. That's the only way to describe it.
Okay, that's what's up.
yeah,
I
yeah,
can feel
yeah.
you on that.
Yeah, we'll be ready. We'll be ready on the 28th, Chuck. Yeah.
All right.
we'll be out there. You know what I'm saying? Or I was talking to one of the albino twins. They were like, "Yeah, man, we gonna be practicing, man." You know? So I was like, "Oh, all right." So I guess we need to be practicing too. You know?
Yeah.
You know, we gonna touch the stage for real. You know, it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
You know,
Word.
to see the.
But that's the other thing. It's going to be crazy because everybody kind of, you know, get along with bondage. And I've been doing, you know, week after week, you know, the presentations, MC Knockout. Only one I had was Lady Razzmatazz. I had Lady Miz, of course, and just go. I like Knockout. She's got that system set up like I got
Okay.
Alexa. Right?
Yeah.
She's got that AI where I asked her to spit, you know, to do 16. She gave me 16 with the AI. That thing was like, it was like so tuned into the conversation. It included everything up to date. Yeah. You know, technology is just the hell of a thing, man. It's just, you know, off the hook. But yeah.
Yeah, man. Like I be checking you out, man. You've been having a big lineup. You know what I'm saying? You always have like an interesting show. You get what I'm saying?
Thank you so much.
You know?
It's powerful. You know
Yeah.
what's interesting though is just that, like the old school, it's just so like, you know, the lyrics socially, the content, you know, like with Eddie, OJ, Mikey D, with Will, with Lot Picasso, you know, just the genius. Honestly, that's what it is, man. It's with you and your brother, the Almighty Force. You know, you bring in something different to the table, but it's a throwback. It's refreshing. You know, and that's going to be on the 28th on Saturday from 12 to 8. You know, and but no two drink cover, no two drink minimum. You know what I'm saying? No two drink. Yeah, you know,
The 2 drink minimum.
but you know, for all that is being offered, you know, bring a comfortable chair, and you have the time of your life. It's nothing but peace and positivity. Positivity. It's an old school function, old school affair. The way we used to do it back in the day, huh? You know,
Yeah,
just
we bringing back the Park Jam. That's what we doing on June
thank
28th in
you,
Springfield.
thank you,
We bringing back the
thank you.
Park Jam. The only difference is that there's going to be a stage, but we bringing back. We got DJ Divine and Ken Do, Infinity Machine on the ones and twos, bringing the booming system. You know what I mean? So we bringing back that old Park Jam feel. That's why it's another day in Springfield Park. Save the date. June 28th. Your favorite legendary Southside MCs will be in the building.
Yeah, he's gonna bless the mic for 5 minutes, huh?
Oh, all right, that's what's up.
Yeah,
That's what's
bless
up.
the stage for 5 minutes.
That's what's up.
All right, that's what's up, Chuck.
You know, that's what's going on.
And
But yeah, it's gonna be a lot of
he's
people. It's
crazy.
gonna be pretty interesting, man. It's gonna be a lot of fun. It's gonna be a
He's
lot of
crazy.
fun.
It's gonna be a lot
And
of fun.
everybody,
It's gonna be a lot of fun.
and everybody you name, George, everybody you name,
Yes.
Eddie OJ, Mikey D, Will Seville, the Most Supreme Raheem, YT Shahi, Chucky Chuck, everybody you name, Lady Raz, Lady Miss Knockout. What you gonna get Saturday, June 28th in Springfield? A lot of lyricism. Because everybody you mentioned are dope
Yeah.
lyricists.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt.
You ain't gonna
That's
have
facts.
nobody out there
And
singing over their own song. Everybody's really spitting through the mic over instrumental, real lyricism. You understand?
And you're gonna
that's
understand.
real. That's real.
You're gonna understand what's being said. You know. I mean, I watched the BET Awards the other night. That was like one of the better ones that I saw in a long time, and I understood everybody, you know, except for Playboy Cardi. You know, I was like, yo, what the hell, you know? Remind me of that Eddie OJ routine. You know, mumble,
Yeah.
jumble. What the hell was going on? You know, you know. But other
I'm
than that,
laughing,
I
but
loved it. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you. But yo, check it. My man, we see what Drake says. My man Eddie Prank, you see what Eddie said. He wants 2 drinks. I said no 2 drink minimum. He said he wants 2 drinks. He said he's crazy. All you old school cats, make sure you bring your meds. That's fucked up. We don't want no problem.
Yeah, see.
Yo, Trey
Here we
got
go.
jokes. Yo,
Here we go. Yeah.
he got jokes.
Yeah, we gonna bring some medicine, all right. We gonna bring some medicine. We gonna bring some medicine for your ass.
We were talking about some of the old school rappers back in the day with Trey. Trey tuned in. He said, "What about the Jeffersons and the Sanford?" I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" You know what I'm saying? They had nothing to do with what we were talking about. Now this motherfucker talking about bringing meds. I feel you, Craig. Eddie OJ said, "Yo, Craig, you crazy." Chucky Chuck Saturday, June 28th, 12 to 8. At least he ain't talking about.
But you know what medicine? You know what medicine we gonna bring on June 28th? You know what medicine we gonna bring? We gonna bring that medicine for your ears. You're gonna love to hear what we bringing to your ear. That's the medicine we bringing on June 28th. And why do they fear me? Because they hear me. You understand? That's why they fear me. Because they hear
No
me.
doubt.
That's why. Craig.
No doubt.
I set the pace to make the rules legislate the law. I rap when I have to concede the law. You never heard of a rapper who can rap at this point? When rappers is long, they come to beat it with me. I give out blessings and lessons on 9%. Y'all can call me the dawn if y'all kiss my ring. I'm celebrating and creating my royalties. I still become authority, yeah, every beat. The hype type about a place of might. I'm shattering pipe dreams of worldly insight. Prolific. Yeah, I'm that old school. I got a swagger so mean, I don't need it. Well, I do and spit all kinds of language. Everybody wanna give a this ultimate, but I say, hey, I'm hazardous to your health. Cause I'm so fast that I check with myself. I'm on the grind. I keep it under the roof. I'm near presidents. I keep the game talk. Without a cry, I see it's a real shot. It gets you feeling like I'm feeling, I say cool, la la, sharab. Release my bed down. I'm cool on the top. I'm on a higher part. Denise says, wow. Fatherland, Guasina, Quadna. Rap phenomenon. So spectacular. You gotta give it to me. I'm that connoisseur. Something like you never ever heard before. You can't get it in the bootleg store. It's not on CD and it's hard from TV. So what you saying? You gotta get it from me. My autograph, my collector's gift. I'm leaving y'all with a big fat stick. I never want to get old school doing. I have put a hit to that music and it takes the life like this because I'm built to last like the easy pyramid. And I ain't on no trip and I ain't flying high like the Duke. I'm trying to keep it on and on like Gladys Knight. And the pussy that I put shipping the captain of the shit.
Yes.
Yeah, Chucky Chuck.
That's Chucky Chuck. Hey yo, before we leave, when I'm gonna play it out, I will. You said that you got some music on this one.
Yo, what up, K? I was walking in the ads, right? And this shorty stepped me. He said, yo, what up, bitch? I heard y'all be getting down on the Almighty Force Entertainment YouTube page. Why y'all be getting down? And I was like, word? You don't know how Almighty be getting down? Hey, yo, Big
Yeah,
Rob,
echo.
show me
I
how
hear
to
an echo.
down. So here's how I get down, here's how I get down, here's how I get down, Big Rock get down, here's how I 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 get down. Yeah, you know it's me, Red the Almighty, most supreme legendary Southside MC, from the school of old, if you wasn't told, I went to million mics, but hip hop went low, that's a house party, and out on the lot, doing it in the park, we were known to rock, took it to the stage, to the studio.
Yo, everybody put their mic on mute. There's an echo. Put your mic on mute.
Here's how I get down, 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 here's how I get down. Now this is for the hotties that love big shot hits. I like my women too about me when I'm down. Teacher come with a limit twist. That's all I was living with. Got caught up in my rhythm, now she living in rhythm bliss. Single father worked harder than the hardest. Generated guaranteed to make a profit. Like 45 Jordan shines back from retirement. So cool to be a fool while I rule my environment. I get the riches, got the right connections. You're not the funk master, so you need to stop flexing. I love the album soul for the school of old. Watch your brain overload to your head explode. What can you do to me? Just between you and me. You thought this was new to me? Prepare your eulogy. After you discover what you wrote, they shove it down your motherfucking throat. And that's how I suck it down. Get down, 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 get down. I get down, here's how I get down, here's how I get down, Big Rock get down, here's how I 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 get down. Started a tournament for the young and old, for the bad and bold. Now Jay got control, live the family life with the kids and wife, with the job, home, car, and the gun and the knife. Like clap our fair, Find me everywhere. I'm the truth up on the screen that you can't compare. Used to run the streets, now I'm listening to beats. Got some goals to meet to make the cipher complete. And that's how I get down. You can get down too. Yeah, I'm talking to you. If you're running, you through. That's how I get down. That's how I get down. That's how I get down. Bitch, I get down. Here's how I get down. Here's how I get down. Here's how I get down. Bitch, I get down. Here's how I get down. Here's how I get down. In the 70s, the 7 crowns had turf fights. I was born a pistol, I'm a king by birthright. Like Ali said, the Fraser boy, I shock and amaze ya. Ripping up more shit than the hell racer. I'm still legitimate, I dig in this really quick. With my mellow man K-Mel on the mix. I'm never lying, like those that are conniving. Fucking up their lives and numbers, I don't like his island. Shout looking out for the youngsters. More than respected by the so-called hustlers. Still living right, still can fight. I'm on it just hype. If you even mention the drama, you get drama tonight. Right now, cause that's my style. My brother's my pal. We've been down for a while since I was a child. Known around town for basketball and sound. A big shot, get down. Get down, get down. Get down, get down. Get down, get down. Get down, get down.
Yes. I get that. You said that Eddie, who else is Eddie OJ is gonna lay some tracks?
Yes. My man, shout out Eddie OJ. Shout out to brother Will Seville. We already got the studio time booked, and they're gonna come in and they're gonna lay some tracks and they're gonna show us how they get down.
Okay, that's what's up. Yo, so it's all been good. Had a hell of a show, man. How do you
Yo,
want to
George,
leave
I like. So I hear echo. I hear like an echo. Somebody got 2 mics open or something. I hear echo.
Mike? When he first came on, that's how you got that system is open on Big Rock. That's
Oh yeah. Oh, that's me.
Yeah.
Probably
Yeah.
because your phone is probably open and Robin's phone is open, so it's like giving feedback or something. So if you on this phone, maybe you close the other phone.
Who, me?
Yeah.
No,
Nah, you talking to me. You talking to me. Yeah, you might be right. You might be right. You know?
See, you eliminated it right there. Yeah. It's still a little bit of static in there.
Okay.
Because if it was on this thing, it would have been from the beginning with Dr. Hughes.
Right. Yeah. Because I definitely listened to her interview. Like I'm totally out of it now.
Yeah, and there's no more static. It's clear now.
Oh, all right. Yeah, I definitely was catching that interview.
It's all good. But we got it in.
Yeah, man. But my bad for coming on late. And thanks for having us, man.
Almost definitely.
When my son stepped to us and asked us about doing this, I thought about like you and Marv and Lady Miz, real people that was doing that podcast thing. You know what I'm saying? So I said, all right, real people really doing it. So, we threw our hand in the hat with that. You get what I'm saying? But, we look at the brothers, like you and Marv and sisters like Miz, brothers like Ray. You know what I'm saying? Like from my point of view, y'all the blueprint. You get me?
No doubt.
Much respect.
But you guys are natural though. You guys fell right into it. It's just a matter of just like being who you are and putting it out there.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yo, Craig, man, you crazy, yo. This whoever Craig is, that motherfucker crazy.
Yeah, Craig is nuts. You see what he said? I'll holler at you later. My Viagra just kicked in. Yeah, he's not well.
Yo.
He's not well.
Yeah. We got
shit.
You got to block. We learned we learned how to use the block button. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt. I knew he wasn't well last week. He was talking about Sanford and Son.
And you calling somebody old. You know what I'm saying? You let the whole world know. You know what I'm
You
saying?
see that? Right?
You know, you need
Yeah.
help. You
He
need
got
help.
shit with
You
us.
know. Let me
He's got a
stop.
lot of. He's got game. I like Craig.
Yeah,
That's what's up. No doubt, Craig. I hear you.
yeah, that's no
So,
doubt, no doubt.
go get some rest, Craig. Get some rest,
You
man.
know,
No
you
doubt.
know,
Love you guys, man. That's what's up.
man.
Thank you for
Cool, brother.
blessing my platform. And yo, we gonna like Eddie OJ, yo, Craig. You don't go too hard on that blow up doll. You know, Eddie OJ is funny. Eddie OJ got
You
shit with
know
him
what I'm
too.
saying? You know what I'm saying?
Oh shit,
Going
that
on.
shit is funny.
That
You
is
know.
funny. But yeah, we're gonna have fun on the 28th. Let me show the
Yeah,
guy
man.
again.
June 28th gonna be a blast, yo.
What do you want to say? I know you want tomorrow night. Let them know what's popping off
Oh
on
yeah,
tomorrow
well
night.
tomorrow night, you know that we was gonna have the politician, the brother running for Brooklyn Borough President, but he told me that they gotta do he's doing a debate on WPIX. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna pick up the show next week. You know, we're gonna have the brother that did hip hop boxing, you know, Muhammad Nur. He the one that did hip hop boxing back in the days where he said pick up the gloves instead of the guns. That's what's gonna be on the 19th. And then on the 26th, you're gonna have the clientele brothers up in the
Ah,
building, you
wow,
know.
wow,
Then after that, you're gonna have the brother that played Mr. C and in the Biggie movie, he's gonna come, he gonna bless us on the 3rd. Then we're gonna get back to showing homage to our basketball cats. You know, so we got a good
okay,
lineup coming up. You know, the brother, like I said, the brother, you know, he hit me up earlier. You know, now he big time now. His campaign manager hit me up, you know, to say that he got to do a debate tomorrow. So we gonna resume next week, you know. And you know,
okay.
thank
So that show is postponed until next week
yeah. No, that
with the
show, we're
politician.
gonna postpone that show until later August. Cause we like already booked up until the end of July. You know, so you know, that show, you know, is gonna have to go, you know, on the back burner. But you know, we still show mad support. He one of the brothers, you know, that supported us. Cause we used to do tournaments and stuff in Brooklyn as well. You know, and we did a lot for the Brooklyn communities as well. So and he showed us a lot of love when we was out there. So we're just trying to, you know, do that, show that love back, you know, by you know, bringing them on our platform. But
I feel you.
we're gonna wish him the best luck, and hopefully next time that we see him, he's gonna be the Brooklyn Borough president.
Word.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. You see what Craig and Eddie are going back and forth. He said his blow up doll is black. That's fucked up. And then Eddie, you know, Eddie OJ's got to have the last word. He said, Craig, for sure, keep it black, for sure, always. But yeah, I'm waiting for your collaboration with Ed, you know, about Here's How I Get Down. That should be exciting. That should
Yeah,
be,
yeah, it's gonna be dope.
it's going to be dope. I got Van Silk on next week. I got to get in touch with Van. And on the 25th, I got Lady Miz along with Chucky Chuck. Right before our date on the 28th, let's show the flyer before I let y'all go because it is getting late. Is there a game on tonight? Is what's his name in them
Yeah,
playing?
Yes,
yeah,
Oh,
yes.
they are playing? All right.
yeah.
So
Third
we might
quarter.
have time for that. We got time for that. Third quarter, who's winning?
The OKC, I think up by 2.
Oh, okay. Yo.
Yeah,
So
close. It's
let's
close.
do it now and then we close it out. Let's do the flyer. We got the flyer right here. I can close it out with that, but I can let y'all go because y'all been very patient and very good with what's
Yeah,
up.
man. And thank
Anything
you
that
for
y'all
being
want to close it out with? Closing words?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, like Sha said 100 times, join us June 28th. All right, Springfield Park, another day in Springfield. You know, we gonna have the dope ass lineup. You know, we gonna come out there. We gonna do our thing. You know what I'm saying? We gonna do it.
No doubt.
yeah, yeah. And I wanna give a shout out. you know, because I saw on the latest flyer that Raheem from the Furious Five is going to be out there at Springfield. And it's ironic because the beat that we rhymed off on Van Silk's 50 MCs
Yeah.
and paying homage to K Slay, Raheem did the beat. Raheem from the Furious Five did the beat that we all was rhyming off. Us, Ice-T, Tretch from Naughty
So we
by
might have to
Nature.
we might have to do our
Everybody,
part of that.
everybody was on that.
We might
G
have to do
Dep.
our part of that. We might have to do our part of that on the
Yeah,
20th.
we probably do that. You know, since Raheem and Van Silk gonna be in the building, we probably gonna do our part from that spit or quit. Give them
Yeah.
the video
Okay.
live in person. You know what I mean?
All right, that's what's
Yeah,
up.
I like that idea.
Yeah.
no doubt. Yo, so tomorrow night, who you got on? Anybody, or y'all gonna wait until next week?
Nah, no, we gonna take off. We're gonna take off tomorrow, and
Next week.
ironically, we're gonna take off and then we're gonna resume next week. We're gonna resume next week.
All right, that's what's up.
All right.
The
All
Almighty
right.
Force Brothers in full effect in the house. So tomorrow
Peace.
is a hiatus. We're coming back strong next week. And
Yeah.
yo, God bless you both and thank you. And
All right. Thank you, brother.
Yeah,
Always.
shout out to my wife, my manager, Darcel. Shout out to the whole Bars and Hoops family. Because you get basketball and you get hoops. And now we even bringing in the black politicians. So you get it all on the AMF Legends Edition, the AMF show. Bars and Hoops Radio. Shout out my man Tiny, Steals the Great, Tisha Adelot, and Jessica Grandy. Shout out to the whole Bars and Hoops family.
All right.
that's what's up, no doubt. And yo, and I just want to leave you with this you see with Craig is not well. He said the last white doll he had stole his wallet. What's wrong with him? What's wrong with that dude, man? Yo, Craig, you crazy, B. Straight up. The last white doll stole his wallet. Yo, have a great night. I'm gonna watch the game.
Yeah, you too, man. Thanks for having us,
Peace,
George.
everybody. Peace, everybody.
Oh, for sure. No doubt.
Peace.
God bless.
All right.
Peace. Oh, yes. I want to thank Dr. Linda Humes up front, opening the show and dropped some jewels on us, right? She's deep, she's heavy, and she took time to come on, and she's got an event that's coming up but it'll be on the 29th. We have our show on the 28th, which is Saturday, and she's got an affair. This is it here. Yeah, Craig is not well. Let me and get this off here. I can't wait to see everybody. He says he's a good brother, though, Craig. Thank you, man, for tuning in, brother. We appreciate you. We appreciate everybody that tuned in. And then, share the video as well. We get our, views and stuff on the back end. And that's what it is. But yeah, here's Linda's event coming up on June 29th. Yaffa Coach Arts Inc. and Power and Story Power LLC at Symphony Space. That's 2537 Broadway on 95th Street, she says, at 4 o'clock. Tickets are $22 in advance, $27 at the door. So get that straight at Yaffa productions.yaffa.com and get all the information there. And this is our show, which is coming up on the 29th. I got Van Silk, as I said, and we'll chop it up. And then on the 25th, I got Lady Miz, along with Chucky Chuck, who is, producer extraordinaire. He's putting all this together. This is a powerful lineup, and this is heavy duty. Anywhere you be playing buku money, man, to get in, okay, to see any one of these artists, and you have a lineup, man, full of just some heavyweights. Trust me when I tell you, these are heavyweights. And I've been blessed, man, to be associated with this, and I'm thankful. And that's how it goes along these lines. And Cameron and Lisa Marie, and everybody. Craig, Eddie OJ, La Picasso. Thank you all. If I miss anybody, you already know. It is what it is. Along these lines, Chucky Chuck, God bless and thank you. Bonnie Chambers for tuning in. My man Eddie Prather. It's been real, as they say. And I do my thing every week when I play myself out. I play myself in, and I play myself out. I love this beat. And this is what gets me up for the show, and it closes out. I always like to say I'm into spirituality, for sure. If you can't be in the wrong if you're doing the right thing. Persistence overcomes resistance all the time. That's facts. All right. So just stay strong. Keep doing what you're doing, and it's gonna happen. Stay on the right side of positivity. Can't be in the wrong if you're doing the right thing. God bless you. Have a great night. Blessed night. Peace. I love you. Just gonna let this play out. Had a great show. Dr. Linda Hughes, Almighty Force Brothers. What a show. Just the beat.